This is funny. The one I actually woke up nervous for because Rogan and myself have been so pro Ben Askren. We've been so balls deep on getting Ben Askren in the UFC, and finally it's happened. I was like, God, I hope Ben wins. Not because I don't like Robbie Lawler. I love Robbie Lawler. He's a fucking GOAT, man. I love Robbie Lawler. He's a Mount Rushmore. It was just because you want Ben Askren to prove everyone what you've been talking about. Like, yeah, I told your ass, he's fucking good, man. They give him Robbie Lawler, which is not the easiest fight, especially for your first fight in the UFC. Has great takedown defense, hits like a Mack truck. Ben Askren doesn't strike at all. All he does is wrestle. Robbie Lawler can fucking wrestle his ass off. So, tough matchup for him. But when Ben Askren, who's a world champion from Bellator, world champion for one championship, comes to the UFC, this is what you're gonna get, man. Cool. You can just wrestle. Here's Robbie Lawler. This is the UFC. It's the fucking UFC, man. So you get Robbie Lawler, and I cannot think of a worse start to a UFC first fight. I mean, it was tough goings. He gets picked up, spiked on his face and head, and then gets wrist controlled, and Robbie Lawler's beating the shit out of him. Like, oh wow, this is not good. This is not good. Ben Askren was like, it's not Snowflake. Just getting his ass mollywopped for the first few minutes of that fight, and you're like, oh yeah, that's what Robbie Lawler does. And then to Ben's credit, how tough is he, man? How fucking tough is Ben Askren? And you see him just kind of weather the storm, kind of. His face is all gnarled up. His hair's all fucked up. He has that flat chest. He's trying to figure things out. And then he just keeps grappling. He just keeps grappling. And then in the grand scheme of things, then he gets him in that bulldog choke, which is a nasty fucking technical move. And I never thought Robbie was out. I just thought, they were going at it. It'd be interesting to see how that fight kept playing out because, there's a lot of time left. So, a lot of people, you see his arm kind of like go a little limp. Mm-hmm. That's a tough one. If you're
so tough.
It's a tough one because if Herb Dean, who I do think is the best ref in the game, and we'll get to Goddard. Good God, Goddard. Mm-hmm. It's a tough one if you're Herb, it's because it's not under the neck, but it's cranking the shit out of his chin. Robbie, he asked him a few times if he's okay. Some people say Robbie gave a thumbs up. The only thing here too is like Robbie pops up right away. If you're out, you're kind of a little out of it. You don't pop up like he doesn't talk shit. He's like, what the fuck you doing? Yeah. And you see Herb's face go, oh no. He realizes right away he fucked up. It's a bummer to see. It's a complete bummer to see. I'd like to see how that fight played out. And one of the reasons, I think Dana said in the post scrum that they want to run that back. I would love, which is not happening, so it makes sense they'd run that back. I'd love to see Usman versus Ben Askren. I think as far as welterweight goes, when you look at the potential matchups for Usman, Ben Askren is kind of his biggest threat. Would be his biggest threat. Fighting style, the tenacity, the conditioning, the wrestling, where they go toe-to-toe wrestling. I just think that would be his biggest test by far. I'd love to see that fight. That fight is amazing.